Time to write my tweet. Bequest. La 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 la. There we go. Send out some tweets, send out some Discord messages. And I've got to find the fingerprints. Games. Got games. Oh, might be the client actually. Colonel's Bequest, where are you? Hope you're not under Lorabo 1. Nope. I'm at a T for the. Yeah, there we go. Mana's out there somewhere. Probably ignoring me. You might hear me talking and decide to come in. He quite enjoys that. Alright. Well, that's the Pirates of Pestilon. That's not the right game at all. Helps if I click on the right Sierra game. Right, what fingerprint is that one? It's got that funny little gap in the middle. That makes it Clarence Sparrow's fingerprint. I got it right! Yes, I've previously attended. I can so restore a game right now. Alright. Oh, I think Act 3 was the actual end of the stream. Alright, so we're at the start of Act 3. What have we got? We've got the monocle, we've got the oil can, we've got the poker, the crowbar, we've got crackers. I'm pretty sure we did the cracker for this this hour. Got the valve handle, the carrot, got the brass key, and we've got the handkerchief. Alright. So last time I was trying to do Control M so my mouse doesn't go out of the corner. I kept trying to use the poker to pull the bell, but it's not the poker, it's the cane later on that you need to use. So I think it's time we start talking to people in the house. We've talked to Celie, so that was good. We got the carrot, so we can go to Blaze actually. That's actually a good idea. We'll go to Blaze and we'll get the lantern. The only item I can't remember where to get at the moment is the matches. I think that might be from one of the deaths is where you get the matches, but I'm not sure. And I'm trying to use the webcam again since I switched the encoder, so hopefully that should it shouldn't cause any problems. Ooh. Ooh. God, the outside sounds in the MT32 sound really good. Lillian might be in there. I don't want to go in there. Oh, look! Squirrels! You have frightened off a little squirrel. Did no such thing, game. Right, here we go. Hello, Blaze. Oh, I did look up Palomino's. So the picture inside is of a brown horse. Palominos can be quite brown, like thoroughbreds, but they normally have white manes. The Palominos I've seen were the very pale brown ones, which is why I thought they were spotted and a different colour. So it's very possible that horse was a Palomino. Blaze must have once been... Oh, we already talked to him. Let's give Blaze the carrot. You hold the carrot in front of Blaze's nose, who begins to cautiously sniff at it. He then gently takes it into his mouth and eats it. He looks at you and whinnies softly, as if in friendship. No, he's a horse. He's a mad bastard. There you go. You gently stroke Blaze's soft nose. He seems to like that. I should have actually mentioned, if you open the gate, his ears go flat back, which is the same as cats. If they go flat and backwards, it's a sign that they're incredibly irritated. Cats might scratch at you. Horses will kill you instead. But now we're friends, so he'll let me in to get the lantern. He's in the right Blaze. Another thing I learned from being around horses, if you're actually walking past them like this, you should stroke them with your hand. Especially if you're going to go near their backside. Because horses, their eyes are on the side of their head. They can see partly behind them, but not a lot. And if you're very close to them, you'll go out of their field of view and they'll be upset by feeling that there's something behind them. And unfortunately, a horse, if it feels upset, might lash out with its feet. And it's not good for a human if that happens. When I was in hospital for my brain injury, when I was hit by a cricket bat by accident, a young lady came in who had been kicked by a horse in the head. I survived with only a skull fracture. She didn't. So be wary of horses, even if they're friendly. Is the matches in this one? Even if horses seem friendly, they can lash out. Still, they're lovely animals. Just, you know, watch out, because they're evil. Maybe it's in the boat? Because I know it's not in there, because that's where I got the crowbar. Alright, so there's nothing in the boat. Alright, time to start finding people and moving time forward. I was waiting for the thunder there. Horses are pretty brutal. I can just save as Act 3, actually. It's why horse racers wear Kevlar vests. Because when they fall off, they might break their ribs and that. But it also helps if they get lashed at. Racehorses are incredibly ill-tempered. They're bred for speed, and part of that makes them very, very ill-tempered animals. Any amount of like upsetting them makes them just lash out. You're inside a leaky old playhouse. I mean, I love horses. They're great animals, don't get me wrong. But you got to know where you stand with a horse. And then he said, kill them. Kill them all, Lillian. For mother. Huh? What are you doing here, Laura? Talking to you. I'm kind of busy right now. I have to finish the story. Hush, Laura. You're interrupting us. Lillian has retreated into her book again. She doesn't answer you. Man, I know that feeling. So she's got some sort of poster on the wall back here. And she's got a bunch of dolls. A small child-sized table sits in one corner of the playhouse. So she stuck the key in the lock and Lillian might have gone batshit insane. Guys, I don't know if you can tell, but she's having some troubles. Alright, that's 1:15. Time to check where the elevator is. There, Lillian Voorhees says, kill, 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 mum, mum, mum. If you don't know, if you've ever watched the Friday the 13th, the famous beat, the is kill, 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 mum, mum, mum. That was the intention of what it would sound like, because it is Voorhees telling her son to kill. No elevator down here yet. Will there be an elevator upstairs I can use? Void the chandelier. I learned that from a Friday the 13th like documentary on one of the DVDs. And the original composer was like, yeah, it's Jason being told to kill. So the elevator's still on this level. Can't leave yet. I can tell about Wilbur though. What are you trying to do? Get everyone upset around here? Well, yeah. Wilbur had his head staved in, mate. Alright, so let's try and find where the other people are. There's still a few of them that are alive. I should mark off who's dead on my little sheet. Gertie's dead. And Wilbur's dead. So, I mean, that still leaves a lot of people hanging out around the house. Right. We found these two, and they're going to be talking about something. And if I'm in there, they won't talk, so let's spy on them. Since we know where they are now. Move armoire. Do, 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 do. Who is this so-called director that Gloria is seeing now? Why, I ought to punch his lights out for getting between me and my gal. It's a bit late, mate. Gloria was never your gal. Just because she went out with you a couple of times, you thought you owned her. Well, I got news for you, buddy. My sister doesn't need to settle for the likes of you. As a matter of fact, you're nothing but a mere dalliance for her. Dalliance? Ha! Why, you're the one who can't make a commitment to anyone. You're just trying to sink Gloria down to your lousy level. Dude, she told you to fuck off. You ain't good enough to kiss the ground she walks on. You're nothing but a low-class jerk. He is a lawyer. Incoming lawsuit. Quit butting in between me and Gloria. This is none of your business. I'll handle it the way I want, and I won't be asking your permission. I'm warning you, Jack. If I see you near my sister again, I'll cut you up in little pieces and feed them to the dog. Got it? Like, Gloria's pretty adamant that she's banging someone else now. And, you know, he's still like, I'll sort this out. You can't stop me. Alright, let's check who's in this one. Alright, he's still there and the elevator's still there. Still going to check downstairs just in case the elevator moves. But I really want to get upstairs as quickly as I can. And Act 3 might be the earliest. This is still pretty early in the act, so... Gloria's probably in that room. It's where she always seems to be. Listening to the Victrola. Alright, so it's definitely not here. Alright. Let's see if Gloria's in here. She is. And she doesn't seem to be talking to anyone, but maybe she's talking to herself? You can never tell with Gloria. It's just Gloria listening to the Victrola. Alright, well, we found out where she is at least. It's 1:45. Elevator's still not down here. It's still upstairs. Elevator's downstairs. Hopefully it's still downstairs by the time I get down there. Lillian is physically incapable of doing that, Sugijin. She lacks the requisite parts. That we know of. She looks like Annie from, like, the back. Yes! Yes! It's odd to see a newfangled elevator in this old-fashioned house. How else would the Colonel get up and down the stairs? There is a handle on the elevator control. On the face of the control, a keyhole and the words up and down. Down. A faint click is heard as you turn the key in the lock. I suppose it could be pull or push the lever, really. I wonder how this elevator's powered. What a dark and creepy attic. It helps to have the moonlight shining in through those big windows. Among all the junk, a stack of old newspapers catches your eye. This seems to be an old stack of 1890s editions of the Times Democrat. As you look through them, an October 18th, 1898 edition catches your interest. You begin reading. New Orleans, Louisiana. Colonel Henri Dijon came home today after spending several months in the hospital following injuries in the recent Spanish-American War. I think that's when you guys fought, like, over Texas and New Mexico? But maybe that's before that, and this is, like, another war you guys had. I don't know much about US history, being Australian. I know about the Great Emu War. Colonel Dijon took several bullets to his pelvic and shoulder areas as he attempted to carry a seriously injured fellow soldier to safety. Incredibly, though injured himself, he managed to make it safely behind American lines. Colonel Dijon was duly decorated and discharged with honor by the US Army. New Orleans welcomes home a true American war hero. Is that why Colonel's in a wheelchair, you wonder? Alright, so I'm gonna, even though I'm using the Scum VM, because I'm using the original looking engine, I do have to save these, but yeah. One of the things I missed was getting to the attic early enough. It's dark back here in the attic. The moonlight from the large windows doesn't light this part of the attic very well. Though through the gloom, you can see piles of uninteresting boxes and old junk. However, there is an old trunk that does interest you. Hopefully the items are in here, but they might already be moved. Peeling into the open trunk, you see an old army clothing and various paraphernalia. This must be where the Colonel keeps his old army gear. Lying on top of everything else, you notice a large officer's cape, a pair of leather gloves, a colonel's hat, and an old pair of army boots. The cape is the type worn by an officer of 30 years ago. This is a dandy-looking colonel's hat. There's a pair of large old army boots. You notice an insignia on the boot heels. What else was in there? There was something else. Was it the sword? Oh no, the gloves. Even though the leather gloves are cracked and worn, they still look very sturdy. Okay. I don't even know how to spell insignia. I'm dumb tonight. Oh, I was spelling it. Insignia. You see an insignia of an eagle on the heels of the army boots. Just making sure there's nothing I can see with a monocle. I don't think there is. Alright. So it's important to find these early, because these are one of the things that moves. I wonder if I can take them. I bet you won't. They don't belong to you, yeah. And one of the other things I missed out, I haven't made a GIF of this one because I haven't had it happen, is you can die back here. I'm not sure of the exact position you need to stand for it to happen. But there is a death where you're killed back here. But it might be time locked for a later part of the night. Just like opening the door, you can only die at certain times. No, she doesn't want this. She doesn't want to wear a cape. She's too banging in this dress. Also, they animated her butt, by the way. That door will lock itself before too long. I don't think I did get that death last time, but maybe I did. Rudy's doing this shit again. Stop! Stop it! Get out of my room! Get out of my room now! You'll regret that, you little vixen. He is such a dickbag. Oh, Fifi. This game does not understand sorry. Rudy's horrible. I can't stand him. Looks like a fine cognac. Bending over the cognac decanter, you carefully examine it with the monocle. Yes, here is a clear fingerprint. 2 glasses... Okay, she's not going to look at them anymore. I'm so sorry, Fifi. That's like the second time Rudy has like done that and been slapped. He is such a dickbag. Alright, so let's save. We're in Act 4 now. They are ramping up Rudy as being such a ginormous piece of shit that he's the killer. And to be fair, like, he really does seem like the type. He's angry at everyone, but he doesn't have a good reason for killing his mother or killing Gloria, besides increasing his money, which, to some might be a good reason. I'm not sure who's dead this round. I think it's Gloria. If it's Gloria... Oh, there's Clarence. I don't want to see Clarence. I don't want to see Clarence wandering the gardens. But I might have to. I think she will be over here. Yes, she is. What's this? Gloria is lying very still upon the gazebo floor. On closer inspection, it's clear that someone has strangled Gloria with her own feather boa. Alright, so this is one place you can find Gloria's body. But there is a second place. It's going to be a bit hard getting to it without running into Clarence. Since we've worked out that it's the second place you look that they will be. If they've got 2 places. So let's go this way, because we want to avoid the well. It's not well. It's just more of the descriptions of the area. He really doesn't keep... Like, they go on about... Oh no, she's just here. She shouldn't be. What? What? Wilbur moved. He definitely moved. Maybe it really is just random. Oh, let's have a look now. What's this called? Right, she's definitely not there. How odd. Wilbur definitely moved, but Gloria is here no matter what. She can also be in the well. You pull it up and her body's in there. Nervously, you examine Gloria's body and confirm that she was indeed viciously strangled with her feather boa. The boa is too tightly knotted around Gloria's neck. Well, we know where Clarence is going to be. So let's just get the time... Oh, he's not here. He's out here somewhere wandering around. There's Celie. Knitting. Celie sits outside in her old rocking chair, darning some socks. Helps if I spell about right. Child, you gotta quit thinking these things. You're gonna get everyone riled up around here. Celie, she's dead, alright? I don't know if I talked to the chickens last time while you guys were watching. Try another way to say that. If I talk to chickens, this isn't King's Quest 3, where you could in fact pet the chickens and talk to them. Clarence, where are you, my friend? You're out here somewhere, I know it. You can't lie to me, Clarence. This hedge garden is very strange. In the center you see a small fountain while a nearby statue overlooks it. Perhaps at one time this was someone's place of quiet contemplation. What's this called? The statue of a dancing nymph overlooks the fountain. What's this? You notice a small square shaft protruding from the base of the statue. There we go. The metal valve handle is now attached to the valve stem at the base of the statue. We'll just give that handle a turn. Upon turning the valve handle, you hear a click and the fountain comes to life. Isn't that nice? I swear there's something you can pull on her to make it move. I'm forgetting the solution to this puzzle now. It's a nice sound effect though. Badonk. Oh, well, we don't need to go down there yet. I don't have the matches for the lantern anyway. It's a lantern. I love hearing that thunder. It's actually quite warm and humid in Perth today. Not too warm, but I was trying to do that myself, game, but you weren't doing it. And it kind of feels like a swamp at the moment, with how humid it is. Now that Gloria is dead, though, things look suspicious here. You can see pieces of a broken record on the floor by the Victrola, and a small pile of pink feathers near it. So this is how you know Gloria is dead, if you're not as good as me. A lovely old player piano sits against the back wall. Ah, mud. The muddy spot looks like a partial footprint. A broken record lies on the floor. Okay, pick up record. As you bend down to retrieve the largest piece of the broken record, you notice some of the spots of mud on the rug. We already saw that though. Record with monocle. Squinting into the monocle, you carefully examine the piece of broken record. Closely situated to each other, you notice two different fingerprints. The small pile of pink feathers looks terribly suspicious. Could they have come from Gloria's feather boa? It's party time, baby! Jeeves refuses to submit. So Jeeves is now cleaning up a murder scene. So thanks, Jeeves. You dick. Gotta love a good old dance party. Alright, there's no one in here. So that's good. Just Fifi doing her cleaning at 9 o'clock at night. You give a cracker to the parrot. Ark! I'll teach her. Ark! She can't break up with me. So that's about Clarence and Gloria, obviously. Ark! Can I tell Fifi about? I am sure you only saw some small animal, mademoiselle. Don't feel like kissing her, apparently. We could try the parrot. No, apparently the parrot's infested with bird rabies, so we won't be kissing her. We should mark Gloria off as dead. There we go. That way I don't forget who's alive and who's dead. She hasn't cleaned up this room yet. Oh, here he comes. He's coming in to clean. So this is an interesting thing, that they actually go around cleaning up. They like straighten up the chairs. They clean up the floor where there was messes. He's got an old-timey vacuum cleaner. That's just, well, it's not a vacuum cleaner, but it's, they're like two rollers. And when you brush it backwards and forwards, they pick up dirt and lint and all that and pull it up into a little reservoir above it. My nana used to have one. I don't know why she had one. What an interesting collection of weapons Uncle Henri has. I wonder. You wonder what, Lillian? Oh, Laura, you startled me. Sure I did. Psycho. That seems unlikely, Laura, but I'll check it out. Bye. At least she's gonna look. A short time later. Oh, you're just imagining things, Laura. Sure I am. So, did she take something from this yet? Stay out of there, Laura. Those weapons belong to my uncle. Ho ho! You don't want me checking, hey? That would be amusing, having just like the ability just to be like, it's you, you're killing people, stop it. Because this game really is intended to be played multiple times. Let's just take Act 3 and we'll turn it into Act 4. Quarter past. But even knowing what you know, you can't cheat too much. You can only cheat a little bit. You really intended to spend, you know, a good few playthroughs just learning where everyone is, learning what all their motivations are. Because you can beat the game without seeing like most of the bodies. You can beat the game without hearing all the secret conversations. You have found a small hidden room in the house. Okay, how about I look on the floor, huh? Someone has left an old cane behind. Mine. Alright, there's nothing interesting at least. So that's an important item we need. Someone's moving around with a cane. Who that could be, we don't know yet. But someone is moving around the house and the secret rooms with a cane. If we try and open this door now, we'll find it's locked again. so our friend Fifi's not up here. There is a very secret Easter egg that's not that secret if you've been on the internet to do with Fifi in that room. There's actually a pretty good case that it isn't just Lillian. That it was, in fact, Rudy and Lillian. Or that Lillian discovers the bodies and hides them in her crazed state. And Rudy's pushing her further and further in his goal to get more money. Which would explain his actions at the end of the game a bit better than just... He worked out Lillian was killing everyone, so he killed Lillian and then decided to kill his uncle just because. So Rudy's wandering around out here as well now. The canonical ending, of course, is that Lillian is the psychopath who's killing everyone. But, you know, you could argue that Rudy might have had a hand in it. Reaching up the cane, you hook it onto the short rope's iron ring and pull. Uh-oh! Now you're a real Southern Belle. So you do it from over here. Phew, that was close. What's that attached to the bell? It's some sort of old metal crank. You don't have... Oh, okay, I should tape the crank then, eh? You're not close enough. Think I am, game. Okay, thinking it might be useful, you remove the crank from the bell and take it with you. It's a crank. Ethel. We have the theme of Ethel, which got ruined by that. But she's still out here drinking. Ethel must need the cool night air to help clear her head. Or is she just wandering mindlessly? Yeah, Ethel? Hit? Oh, back to soon, Laura? Hi, Laura. Who's your friend? Oh, it's just you. Where is everybody? What's happening around here? I'm kind of scared, Laura. Something's not right. I can feel it. Hick, why do I keep doing that? Why you say Lillian was? Oh, you didn't. That's okay. I'll find her. Hick. So she's wrecked. She's rickety wrecked right now. Theme of Ethel. That animation. I mean, I've been pretty hammered. Not that hammered. Will I see my friend the ghost? Seems like a no. Ooh. So that's moved us to 2:45 now, actually. A lot of people are out and about this hour. Clarence was over on the side, but I don't know if he's still there or not. Lillian's moved, so let's check the cabinet. Cautiously, you peek inside the open door of the cabinet. Not surprisingly, part of the Colonel's weapon collection is housed there. Within the cabinet, you see an Australian boomerang, a steel cutlass, a pearl-handled dagger, a mace, and an antique crossbow. So she hasn't taken the next thing. I think our scumbar grog might still be too strong for Ethel. She's a pretty hardcore drinker, but that's some strong stuff. Can peel the tar off your walls. I think the next thing might be to go down and see Jeeves in his... Oh, hello. What do we have here? Can I spy on this action? Dragon's Breath is only for Australians. Looks like Jeeve is continuing his chores. I don't know if I've been through this door yet, actually. I always thought there was a way of drinking Dragon's Breath in Quest for Glory 1. That if you got your strength high enough as a fighter, or any character really, that you'd be able to survive the drinking it. Because it says that you got to be stronger to drink it. Wop, wop, wop. You notice he grabs her ass when she bends over. There's a little like hand motion where he's like, nah, 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 on her butt. And unlike Rudy, she doesn't seem upset about that. Like, that's just, yeah, she's fine with it. So we know she's kissing the Colonel, and we know she's kissing the Jeeves. Pretty sure I am close enough. Alright, so that's still locked. Before I go looking for Clarence outside again, because I think he's the one I've got to find wandering around outside. Oh, they're back to it again. He even looks at the camera. Oh, Beauregard's outside. I'll go outside and I'll go out. Because Beauregard is, in fact, the goodest of good boys that there are. He deserves a kiss. Don't kiss a dog. Fuck you. Beauregard's a good boy. I'll kiss a good boy if I want to. Whap, whap, whap. He just looks at the camera and his eyes wiggle. So I think as long as they're in a room together and you walk in on them, you'll spot them having their kissy moment. And I mean, good for them. They're allowed to. They're fine. Alright, that's not changing just because I'm walking backwards and forwards. I thought maybe if I was just like enter the room a few times, the elevator might move down. Out the back door, a garden path encircles a small statue, then continues on through a lovely rose arbor. This is an exquisite statue of a dancing satyr. It's Pan from King's Quest 4, playing on his pipes. I don't know if that's what it's actually meant to be, but that's what it looks like to me. This is a wonderful little garden. You wonder who planted it. Certainly not the Colonel. Well, maybe Sarah's parents? Well, Fifi is banging the old man, so, you know. You're kind of right. Clarence, where are you, mate? Oh, here we go. Act 5. Get out of my sight, jerk! No, you get out of my sight! Why, you... The statue appears to resemble the Colonel in full officer's regalia. So we caught those two having a good old, who's your father? Good old punch down. And Rudy won, hands down. Alright, let's quickly check. Nope. No way of going up there yet. Let's see if we can find the dead body for this hour. Who I believe is Ethel? She's not there. I'm not sure the other place Ethel can be. It might be the carriage house. There's like a woodpecker every now and again. It goes... Vrr, vrr. See if we can find our lovely friend Ethel, who I'm sure has just had a tragic accident. Oh, this is dreadful. Poor Ethel has been hit over the head and killed. Something terrible is going on around here, and you suddenly feel a cold fear spreading ominously throughout your body. I mean, this is the 4th dead body we've found. And yet only now do we feel a little bit weirded out. Well, she's not called Boyd, so that's not going to work. You fearfully search Ethel's body and find that she was indeed killed by a terrible hit on the head. I was hoping to find the matches, but I think you might find them in the room of the parrot eventually. So, you know, now we've sort of cut down on how many people there are around. So it gets kind of harder to move the hours forward. Because obviously there's just less people to spot around the map. The pearl handle dagger's still in there. Oh, there's the killer again. Wonder who that could be. Cough, Lillian. Cough, cough. I should move the clock, actually. So I know I've gone up into that... Oh, there's something on the ground. Someone dropped an old cigar butt on the floor. You bend over and pick up the small cigar butt. Butt with monocle. Looking at butts is very important. You examine it with a monocle, but don't see anything interesting. You should always look at a butt with a magnifying glass. Right, so I don't think I've been through that secret door yet. And I might not have been the one through to the kitchen, but I might have. Let's go check if we can... Alright, so Clarence is in here. I don't know if I want to go in here just yet. Because I might want to spy on Clarence first. Is Rudy hiding out here? Yes, Rudy's hiding out here. Alright. Well, time to spy on both of them. And before we spy on both, we should check the elevator each hour or each time move. Time move forward. It's only Clarence sitting alone at the bar. So we want to save Act 5, quarter past. Check for the elevator movement. Elevator not here. He won't see. Rudy's not doing anything to spy on, so we might as well just walk in on him. It seems that Rudy Dijon is Gloria's swan songs. I haven't looked at him yet. And Gertie's son. You surmise that swan song must be Gloria's stage name. Rudy is a handsome man, and any woman would be attracted to him. But he sensed an undercurrent of hostility in Rudy, a sense he should not be crossed. Oh, the game doesn't understand cake, but he's clearly drinking it. Rudy is enjoying a cup of coffee. Oh, and a piece of pie. Sorry, Australians don't think of pie when we see like a sweet thing on a plate. We think of a meat pie. Ah, Laura, are you still up? It's getting so quiet around here, everybody must have gone to bed. Celie is a good cook. Hey, do you want to join me? Since you're not hungry, you politely decline. You know, I'd like to get to know you better. You seem like a real swell girl. He's already tried his moves on us before and we rejected him then. Well, he seems to be back to his usual fun-loving self. I'm very attracted to you, Laura. You're so young, sweet, and innocent. I find that very exciting. Rudy must be like in his 30s, and Laura is like in her early 20s. That's a seriously creepy age difference, mate. Uh-oh, better watch out. Hey, what's the matter with you? Aren't you attracted to me likewise? Eye wink. Eyebrow nudge. Now that you mention it. Well, yeah, well, I don't need no sniveling kid cramping my style anyhow. A few seconds ago you did. You still here? Why don't you go find someone else to play with, little girl? Yeah, go find Lillian. Did you hear me? I said scram! You have definitely gotten on the wrong side of Rudy. It doesn't appear that he wants anything more to do with you. Yeah, sure. Give him another half an hour and then he'll be back to trying to bang me again. Rudy, your flirting has done something to me that I can no longer deal with. Oh, hang on. Damn it. What? There we go. See you, my good friend. Your flirting is far too much. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I can really oh shoot when I planned that. Like, I was like, yep, I'm murdering myself right now. Elevator? No elevator. Well, let's go give the parrot a cracker. Should I show butt? It's not my cigar butt. You give a cracker to the parrot. Jeeves, kiss me again. Ark! Well, that's Fifi and Jeeves. Apparently they banged in this room as well. Who's a good boy, Beauregard? Yes, you're a good boy. Good boy, Beauregard. Aha, we can go downstairs. And we can see that Jeeves is doing something down here. Jeeves must be getting ready to see someone special as he's taking great pains with his appearance while standing at his sink. Look at him, he's brushing his hair, he just had a shave. You notice a lovely bouquet of flowers on Jeeves' bed. You have a feeling you know who will be the recipient of those flowers. It's me! It's me! I'm gonna get him! It's me! He's brushing his teeth. God, he's a weirdo. I believe this, she says something if you go to kiss him. About, she actually thinks he's kind of good looking. I think she does say, like, she kind of finds him attractive. But she's not sure why. Not you again. Miss Bow, this is highly inappropriate. Can't you see I'm busy? Please give me my privacy, Miss Bow. Frustrated, Jeeves hopes that by ignoring you, you might go away. Tell about Ethel. Kindly leave my room. So we're just like, hey, we found a dead body. He's like, piss off! Leave me alone! Alright, so found Clarence, we found Rudy. It might be Celie we need to go talk to. To move the time forward again. Nice to see you again, Miss Laura. When'd you come in? Alright, so we've got nothing to do in here. It might actually be the Colonel that we need to go and have a quick spy on, now that I think about it. So let's head there. I'm glad Space Quest Historian's videos of this are done, so I'm not competing with him. Having, like, he's got his Let's Play going and I've got my streams of the game going. so people can watch both without being only watching one or the other person. Because people would definitely watch him more than me, and rightfully so. Ha ha ha! Why are you treating me this way, Uncle Henri? Don't you care how I feel? Don't I matter to you anymore? You matter to me the same way everyone else does. No more and no less. Which is not at all. But I don't understand it. I thought I was special. I thought you cared for me more than for Gloria or Rudy or any of the others. You're right. You thought that. You were wrong. Damn, son. What about when I used to come and visit you? You were like a father to me. How can you be like this now? he's like an emperor penguin. I'm afraid you misunderstood a lot of things, Lillian. I was just trying to help my sister, that's all. To me, you were just her insecure, whiny kid. Sick. I won't hear any more of this. You're lying to me, Uncle Henri. Somebody's behind this. I just know it. And I intend to find out who it is. Au revoir, Uncle Henri. So Lillian's, she's a bit upset about some things. She thought that Henri and her had a closer relationship than what they ever did. You notice a faint aroma of perfume. So that's important to notice. But in reality, Henri was just like, my sister's kid needs help. Her dad's dead. My sister's a drunk. And I'll look after her. But, yeah, in reality, he did not give a shit about her any more than he cares about anyone else in his family. Which, to be fair, that's fair enough. He doesn't have to like Lillian more than the rest just because he spent some time with her. She's clearly blown this out of proportion because she lost her father and her mum's just a drunk. And she really wanted that connection with someone. So she kind of made it up herself. No elevator. Elevator. Alright, only way to see if I might walk into Henri's room again. To see if I can move the elevator down. I'm pretty sure the next thing is in Fifi's room. And that's where the Easter egg is as well. So I'm definitely going to save before I try that one. Because I always enjoy showing off the Easter egg, even though it's a bit lewd. So if I walk in here and it's down, I'll go down. Oh no, this is the... I definitely don't want to move to Act 6 yet. Okay. So if I go in there, he's not in his chair. So I might need to spy on him again. I swore it was going to be up here, but maybe it's Act 6 and 7 that's Fifi in. Alright, so this isn't a timed one. So I'm gonna... This isn't a time. I definitely missed it. Come on. There we go. Please, mademoiselle, shut the door! Congratulations, everyone. You've seen this game's Easter egg. L. Lowe did one thing in this game, and it was that. I don't know if it was actually L. Lowe, but yeah. You can see Fifi getting changed. Fifi must be getting ready to see someone special, as she's taking great pains to make herself look pretty. So, obviously, Jeeves and Fifi are going to have a night together. And you can thank me for that Easter egg. It's pretty much everyone's shown it who does a stream of this game. I've done a video of this game. It's very well known at this point. It would have blown your mind back in the day, though. Act 6. Okay, so... spying on him just reveals that he's... there's no one in the Colonel's room. Just reveals he's not there. A good time to use this secret door. Ah. The elevator seems to be upstairs. Someone is upstairs. So let's go and see if we can find who's been killed this hour. Act 6. What is happening around here? You have discovered poor Fifi and Jeeves lying dead on the floor with their spilled drinks nearby. You don't like the looks of this at all. You thoroughly examined Jeeves and Fifi's body, but cannot see how they might have died. You are very puzzled. It appears that Fifi and Jeeves were drinking cognac when they died. Sorry, hang on. Spell that correctly. A strange white powder is collected in the bottom of the cognac decanter. So, it begins. Oh, let's mark off Jeeves and Fifi. So all that's left at the moment is Colonel Dijon, Clarence, Celie, Rudy, and Lillian, and ourselves. We're pretty much halfway through. If I count them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alive. Yeah, so we're just over halfway. If you count Laura, then it's exactly half. Let's check if Henri is back in his room or not now. Yeah, he is. Let's try spying on him. No, he's just sitting in his room, smoking a cigar. Oh, I should show him my butt as well. It's very important I show my butt. And the cane. Because I think the cane might be his. Quit messing around with my cigars. You shouldn't have my cane. I mean, he's right. We've got 2 of his things. And we probably shouldn't have them. But we do. And we found them in the secret rooms. And there was a perfume smell. At the start of the game, we saw Lillian putting on perfume. A small empty bottle has been thrown into the waste basket. After retrieving the small bottle from the waste bucket, you read its label. It says, Dr. Milliken's Miracle Sleep Powder. With Dr. Milliken's, you can be sure your dreams will be sweet tonight. Upon further inspection of the label, you notice some very small print at the bottom. Though you try to read the small print, you can't quite make it out. Giving up, you put the bottle back in the waste basket. You read the small print of the sleeping powder bottle through the monocle. It says, can be fatal if taken in too large a dose. Uh-oh. So that explains why they're dead. Alright, so Lillian's up here looking in her suitcase. I don't want to move time forward yet. I want to kind of find where everyone is. Is Rudy hanging out in this room? No, Clarence is. Okay. Lillian's writing in a diary. Lillian is writing in a book which she apparently keeps locked in her suitcase. So now that time's moved forward, let's check Henri's room. Quarter past, but we got to put another. There we go. Check whether that elevator might be downstairs or not, because if it is, we're going to use it. No, it's just here. let's spy on Clarence then. Clarence is writing at his desk. So that's helpful to know. We know where they both are. Half past, and I want to put a 1. So if I walk in on Lillian, it shouldn't time. So if you walk in on her, she hides what she's doing. Lillian looks clearly agitated. She sits on the bed by her suitcase. Can I smell Lillian? Smell her perfume, perhaps. Hey, Lillian. Sniff, sniff. Oh, she's staring at me. That is not understood. Oh. Lillian, be a good girl. Be like Beauregard. Come on. Come on, Lillian. There's no need to murder everyone, Lillian. Wonder if we can read what he's writing over his shoulder. I don't think we can. I think we have to look later. Clarence looks despondent as he sits hunched over the desk writing something in his notebook. It just looks like an ordinary, like a read notebook. Clarence is bent over the notebook and you can't read it. Unfortunate. Alright. Checking on the elevator, elevator, elevator. Still up here. Can I see him doing what he's doing? Because he does a thing. He does a thing for sure. Nope, he's just sitting at the moment. Well, since everyone's upstairs, we should be able to use the 2 secret doors here to get them over and done with. Because I think they're the only 2 that I definitely haven't gone through at this point. And there's definitely points for using them. And I've got to give the parrot a cracker. Not close enough. You give the cracker to the parrot. Ark! I can't find her. Ark! Where's Gloria? Where's Gloria indeed? Picking up the glass, you use Wilbur's monocle as a magnifying glass and notice a faint fingerprint. So I believe that's Rudy or Clarence that's looking for Gloria. They've both got a reason to find her, obviously. That cabinet's open. The letter glass cabinet is wide open. Cautiously, you peek inside the open door of the cabinet. Not surprisingly, part of the Colonel's weapon collection is housed there. Within the cabinet, you see an Australian boomerang, a steel cutlass, a mace, and an antique crossbow. It's gone! So, the dagger is disappeared. Oh, hello, Rudy. Surprised finding you out here. Rudy sits sullenly on the steps outside the Colonel's study with old Beauregard accompanying him. Ah, it's you again, is it? You should be sleeping like everybody else. I got a lot on my mind right now. I ain't in the mood to gab. I said I don't want to talk to you right now. Got it? Did you hear me? Bug off! Angrily, Rudy refuses to answer you anymore. He might be best to leave alone right now. Alright, tell about Fifi. I ain't interested. Tell that Gloria. Rudy doesn't care. Rudy is already petting the dog. Bugger off, Rudy. You're a bad boy. You don't get to pet the dog. So I think the fact that Rudy is right outside the room when the dagger's stolen, it's kind of a hint that maybe it's Rudy. I think the only person left is Celie to find. We know where Clarence is, we know where Lillian is, we know where Rudy is. And we know where Colonel Dijon is. So that only leaves Celie to move time forward. But now that we've moved time to quarter 2, the upstairs 2 might have moved as well. As well as Henri Dijon. He might have done a thing. I'm feeling pretty good about this game so far, about getting a perfect run. I didn't search Gertie's body though, but I don't think that's going to prove a problem. I don't think there's anything to do with her body in the points list. I'm hoping at least. There is nothing of interest in the Colonel's room. So the Colonel is moved. And the elevator's downstairs now. Excellent. So it seems to actually get the elevator to be downstairs, you've got to enter Colonel Henri's room itself, and that prompts it to move. I was just checking whether you can actually hear me pressing the keys, and you can. So I bet you guys are hearing click clack every now and again. There we go. We've got to go upstairs once. Colonel Henri's disappeared to wherever he's gone to. He's used the elevator to go downstairs. Use that explore save because things have changed up here. Is the kill activated? Yep. What a cruel choke. Game? That was a weird glitch. Let's save that again, but I'm going to rename Explore to Attic Death, so I can make a GIF out of this later. So where does he actually pop out from? Or is it only if you can see the person there? Because there was a person standing there before. No, there we go. They jump out from behind the boxes. I'll leave that saved. Can you actually look back there? No. That's a fun death. Peering into the open trunk, you see an old army clothing and various paraphernalia. This must be where the Colonel keeps his old army gear. It isn't here. It isn't here. They aren't here. They aren't here. So the boots, the glove, all that's gone now. Someone's taken them from the last time. But they will also be returned. So we've got to make sure we come up here a third time. And if we walk in here, the bodies are gone. Someone cleaned up the glasses even. Which is very nice of them. Alright, so I think I'm missing a footprint and a murder weapon out in the garden. So I need to go out there. And then I believe I've got to find Celie possibly at her house. Where she's freaking out because of the spookums. Or she might be at the church praying. But the church praying one might be later as well, so. I swear that's a woodpecker. Yes, here we go. That's odd. There's a rolling pin lying on the ground. Mud puddles dotting the wet ground remain from an earlier rainstorm. Okay, what's this, though? You can see a footprint in the mud. Okay, if I... You're not close enough. Still not close enough. Using Wilbur's monocle as a magnifying glass, you carefully examine the muddy impression, and you can see it's definitely a body print. A boot print. Aha! There on the sole is an insignia of an eagle. You see a rolling pin and some muddy footprints. As you pick up the rolling pin, you notice a footprint nearby. You scrutinize the entire rolling pin with Wilbur's monocle. Aha! You have discovered traces of blood on it. Oh, that might actually be an item I've missed looking at. I did see Celie using it, and maybe that's enough to know that it was in the kitchen and it's been moved. Or that might be an item I've been missing looking at in the kitchen. We'll see when we get to the end of the game, we get the points list. I'm going to write that down, actually. In case that's one of the ones that I've missed. Because it might be. I've always missed 1 or 2 points. I think it's 2 to 3 is normally what I miss. I get the second highest rating. How many crackers? I've got 2 crackers left. 2 crackers. I think that might be the right amount. I can't remember if I fed the thing a cracker. There we go. Act 7. What are you doing here, girl? Can't you feel the evil in the air? There's something real bad around here, and I'm staying put in my cabin behind locked doors. You get yourself on back to your room, here? So, yeah. She ain't happy. She's not happy at all anymore. She's sensed the badness of foot. Cracker. Give a cracker to the parrot. Ark, sleep tight, my praise. Ark, in the basement. The basement. That's rather amusing. We haven't actually found a basement. We've only found a cellar. That's your hint that there is a basement to this building that you might not have found. There's no matches there. So let's go and find this axe body. Which isn't too hard to find. He's, right here. Oh, no, he's not. Uh-oh, a bad feeling comes over you. You look around this room. The small desk chair has been knocked over and you see a fresh blood stain on the rug. Sorry, he's not here. He's somewhere else. Oh, I can only remember one of the places he is, so hopefully he's there. You see a fresh blood stain on the rug near the overturned chair. Well, Jeeves isn't cleaning this up. Ah, time moves forward just from reading in this case. You notice that just one page has been written on, and today's date, May 27, 1925, heads it. Curiously, you read the rest. It says, I'm terribly apprehensive about what's going on here. I can't say why. Just call it a bad sensation. But as the evening wears on, I'm feeling more and more alone. Where's Wilbur? Where's Gertie? Where's Gloria? Could they have left without me? Is there a way to leave the island that I'm not aware of? Still, the spine-tingling feeling won't leave, and frankly, I'm scared. So it is a quarter past. And it's Act 7, so... Let's find where Clarence's body is. It's gotta be somewhere. Now, I know his body place is in here, but I'm not sure where the other place it could be is. Where else could you be, Clarence? We still haven't seen him stand up. Because the Colonel does stand up. So I might have missed that earlier on, seeing him stand up and walk around. Hopefully I didn't. You in here, Clarence? No. Let's see if we can open Lillian's... I don't think we can open her suitcase yet. Oh. You notice a diary lying atop Lillian's clothes. Alright, time to read our friend's diary. You know, I'm close enough to open the suitcase, but not to take the diary. Upon opening the diary, you casually notice an ink-stained fingerprint inside the front cover. Curiously and a bit guiltily, you scan through the rest of the diary's pages. Nothing much captures your interest until you come to the latest entry. It reads, May 27th. That's today! Dear Diary, I'm so terribly upset. I can't believe Uncle Henri would do this to me. I thought I was like a daughter to him, and now I find out I'm no more important than any of those other creeps. They can't get away with it, you know. They just can't. Between you and me, Diary, you know they have to go. Because of what they all did to me. I know they were all in it together to have me put away in the nut house. I was never crazy. They just wanted me out of the picture. Now they have to... That's it. The passage ends abruptly. What can Lillian mean by all this? I wonder, Laura Bow. Greatest detective of the world. So Lillian blames everyone else for her going to the nut house, which is a common sort of delusion for people who got sent to the nut house. Clarence, are you in here? You weren't before. Alright, where can Clarence be? Is the question at hand. I'm really not sure where his other place is. There's not a lot of places it could be. Could he be in the graveyard, perhaps? I mean, it has to be outside. I don't think he's in... I think he was in the toilet, normally. Oh, there goes the killer again. But strangely, they're not out here. Whoops. Didn't mean to go back inside. Hoping you guys are just being silent again and my chat app hasn't crashed. I don't think he can be in the well. But we might as well check. No, he's definitely not in the well. Ethel normally gets the back garden, so maybe he's there, but I'm really not sure where the second place Clarence's body can be is at this point. That's cool. There are 2 fires going, at least in that house as well. I think Lillian might be in here again, so I don't want to go in there if it's going to move time forward. Yeah, she is. And now there's a chalkboard, and she's marked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Clarence, that would be 7. So I don't want to go in there. Maybe he's in the cemetery? So I don't think he can be... I don't think he can be in any of the places the other people are killed are at. So the ghost isn't appearing. That's kind of upsetting. She's normally right there. Just saving over and over again so I know where I'm up to. I don't push through time by accident. Alright, so Sally's in the church, Lillian's there. So at least I know where those 2 are. Clarence, where are you? Rudy's wandering around and not moving time forward, apparently. Actually, I'm wondering if I moved time forward and that's what moved his body. So I really don't know where else he could be besides the bathroom. And I'm starting to wonder where the matches are, because I haven't found them yet either. I'm pretty sure they're on Clarence's body. So I'm going to restore to Act 7. And let's just check if we go straight to the... If we go straight to the toilet, whether he'll be in there. Because reading the notebook is what moved time forward. Yes, there he is. This is horrendous. Now it's Clarence. Someone has killed him by stabbing him in the chest with a dagger. If only there was a way to flee this terrible island. Excellent. Ah, Clarence, not Rudy. Shaking terribly, you search Clarence's body and establish that he did indeed die by a stab wound to the chest. Upon further searching, you discover a pack of matches in Clarence's coat pocket. Thinking it might come in handy, you take it with you. A pearl-handled dagger is stuck in Clarence's chest. You don't need to touch that thing. Alright, so... that's what we needed to do. Are you in here, Colonel? You are. Now we can read the notebook, and then we can find the other 2 and move time forward, and then check the elevator. There we go. We found out about that. We can save in quarter past now. See if Henri's moved. I don't think he has, but we can check on him. So moving in and out doesn't seem to move him around at all. I definitely missed earlier on when he stands up. We might as well go and look at Lillian first. Well, I suppose Celise's further, so maybe looking at her will be the quicker way. Since we're going to be coming back this way anyway to check on the elevator, so we can go back up and see the boots and that returned and covered in blood. See you, Rudy. And we can also go down the secret path, and we really should do that, so that was annoying. So that won't move time forward, so we're pretty good with that. There we go, there's Sully. Freaking out in the church. Sully sits in a pew before the pulpit, her head bent in fearful prayer. What are you doing here, girl? Something mighty terrible is happening. Evil spirits is all around us. I think we're going to die before this night is over. Not me. I'm in a second game. Pray, child, pray. Maybe the good Lord will show some pity on us and help us. Can I pray? Suddenly feeling pious, you kneel at the pulpit and pray. I pray for a lot of booze. Alright. Elevator checking time. Elevator checking and then checking on the... something else has moved as well. And Rudy was just over here. Uh-oh, someone broke the glass case and took the silver Derringer. It's gone! So the elevator's upstairs, but if we go upstairs, I wonder if it'll move back down. Because that seems to be the way that this works. Also, we're at 2:30 now. And we can get to 2:45 just by finding Lillian. Henri, are you up here? At least I'm not screwing up spelling Armoire this time like I did last time I streamed this. I got that wrong so many times. No, he's still sitting in the room. I think if he's in there, the elevator's going to be in there, but we will walk in there to check. I'm pretty sure we're also missing a footprint in the dust in one of these rooms. Ah, there we go. You notice a dusty boot print on the floor. You don't see any footprints around here. Okay. Examine the monocle, but don't see anything interesting. Alright, so... someone wearing the boots has been around. Now it's time to work out how to get that statue to move. I swear it's going to move its hand. I swear it's like you grab its hand and it moves. I didn't type, mustn't have typed the right words last time to do that. Not that I could go down there because I didn't have the matches for the lantern, but... Hello, Beauregard, the goodest of boys. Right. It's either a hand or her foot that you turn, or you pull. Hmm. Look, I know this is something to do with this statue game. I was just turning the statue. You grab the statue and find it turns easily. As you turn it, you notice a hidden trapdoor in the ground opens simultaneously. I didn't realize you could just... That's why it was telling me like to find another way of saying it. Is that a reflection when you walk over the water? No, it's just splishes. Splish, splish. That probably took a lot of animating and programming to make the water puddles splish. Alright, so if you just try and walk down here, you'll suffer a Sierra death. It's too dark. You can't see. So you gotta light the lantern. Using a match, you carefully light the lantern. It glows brightly. It looks like an underground passage of some sort. Boy, it sure is dark down here. The sudden sound of scurrying rats causes your heart to begin beating wildly. Oh, there is a rat. What dinosaur? You don't see a dinosaur. I think I do, game. It's right there. This looks like an underground passage of some sort. Boy, it sure is dark down here. The sudden sound of scurrying rats causes your heart to begin beating wildly. Rats aren't that bad. Small beady eyes glaring from beyond the lantern's glow remind you that you are not alone. Underground, no one can hear you, Zork. It appears you've discovered an old sealed-off portion of the basement. You notice some outdated laundry paraphernalia in the form of a laundry chute, a wash tub, and a broken-down wringer. You can barely make out a pile of something underneath the chute. So, if I look at the wall here, it looks as if two opposite walls have been bricked up. On the left wall, next to one bricked up portion, you notice a small metal plate. So, they sort of bricked off the basement to make a cellar and an unused basement. And there's this pile over here. Look in the corner. A pile of dead bodies, and she eats for me. Someone has cruelly dumped the bodies of Gertie, Wilbur, Gloria, Ethel, Fifi, Jeeves, and Clarence down the old laundry chute. Oh, I think she's in the exact same position she is. These two are in the same position as what they are in their room. They've just been like planted there as well. So that's where all the bodies went. Someone dumped them down here. You see a small metal plate in the wall next to a bricked up archway. There is a hole in the middle of the plate. With some effort, you are able to insert the crank into the hole of the small metal plate. It fits perfectly. Some of them aren't. Like Clarence's body would look different from that upstairs. That's different. Some of the other ones might be. They're just sort of rammed underneath each other. But yeah. As you slowly turn the crank, a secret panel opens to another passage. That rat's found a new home in their bodies. You have come upon some stairs leading upward. You wonder where they might lead. So that's the most Sierra death you get in this game. Where, you know, you don't have your torch. So you fall down just the stairs. It's dumb. You have entered a cold, dark tomb. From moonlight shining in through a stained glass window, you can make out 4 vaults in the wall and a stone sarcophagus on the floor. Each vault has a nameplate above it. The tomb door is barred on this side. The nameplate reads Mary Frances Crouton of the family Good Suit. The nameplate reads Ruby Crouton. It even says Ruby. The nameplate reads Thomas S. Crouton. Can I sneak through the back here? This is a pretty elaborate tomb. The nameplate reads Claude Crouton. I think it's Thomas we need to pull open. You insert the crowbar into the small opening between the vault door and the tomb wall. You then pull with all your might. With a loud crack, the door pops open. We shall now animate this. Oh no, there's just a... The badly deteriorated casket is riddled with wormholes. No, vault. I think I am game. I'm touching it, game. What? I don't know why I'm not close enough. Well, that one worked. Okay. Skeletons! Ah. A leather pouch. I'm not close. Game. You move the leather pouch from the vault and take it with you. You open the leather pouch and peer inside. It's full of precious jewels. Carefully you close it again so as not to lose any. So that was the treasure left by Sarah's parents. The tomb door is barred shut. You grab the bar holding the door shut and carefully raise it. Now the door is free. We saved you, Sarah. We stole your monies. Alright, time to check on Lillian in her crazy hut. And then we'll check for the elevator again. And then I'll try and work out how to move time forward once more. Hey Lillian, you still being crazy in here? We have a visitor, darling. Sit up straight now. Our visitor is talking to us. Pay attention now. What? We don't want any visitors. Oh, we don't want anybody to know our secret. Our visitor will have to leave. You'll have to go. We don't want to play with you right now. Maybe if we ignore her, darling, she will go away. Hush. Lillian is lost in her own world. She doesn't seem to even notice you anymore. You see a small chalkboard on the wall. Strange. There are 7 telemarks on it. Strange indeed. So... I don't think you can give her the diamonds. And I've left the building now, so I can't test that. I think Laura's just like, they're mine now. I'm keeping them. No elevator down here, but maybe if we check on Henri. I mean, we've only got Rudy and Henri to find. Rudy was wandering around outside, so maybe he's coming inside again. Because it's 1:45. Otherwise, it's just our good friend Henri. Our lovely uncle who was going to pay us so much money. You up here, uncle? He's not, and the elevator's clearly upstairs. That's annoying. I don't think I've managed to find enough time to get upstairs and see that. I think maybe if I step out the front door... No. I thought the note might be there. Rudy, are you hiding down here somewhere, my friend? Eating more food, perhaps? Maybe getting drunk. The house is eerily silent now. I better check upstairs in case he's up there. But I did see him wandering around outside somewhere, so maybe he's hiding out there. Nope, he's not even in his room. Oh, he's going to be in Lillian's room. That's right. There we go. Hang on. There we go. Act 8. Rudy appears to be frantically searching for something in your room. He seems to be very upset. Beat it, kid. This ain't none of your business. Did you hear me? If you know what's good for you, you'll leave me alone right now. Rudy ignores you as he continues his seemingly futile searching. So he's searching for something that he thinks is missing that might be in here. I haven't done the last attic check because there just hasn't been time to do it. I haven't found the correct time to get up there. And I've been pretty diligent about trying to get up there, so it kind of annoys me that I didn't get the third up there. I just got to keep hoping. Though I'm pretty sure the end game's coming up real soon. I don't even know if Act 8 has the multiple parts to it. If I step out here, what happens? Yep. Beauregard seems agitated about something. Maybe you should investigate. Oh wow, that sounded dumb in the PC speaker version, or the Sound Blaster. That's just as dumb in this one. You read the note. It says, "Meet me in the hedge garden." Oh no, a sudden gust of wind blows away the note. Let's see, we've got one more chance to see whether it's down here. No. I think earlier on I must have missed a chance to get up there. Even earlier. Oh well. You give a cracker to the parrot. The final cracker. Gotta get the gun! Get the gun! Ark! So, someone got the Derringer. And we're not sure who, but someone got it. And we've been told to meet... Well, someone left a note saying to meet in the hedge garden. Who that was, we don't know. Oh no, someone has shot Lillian to death in the hedge garden. Quite afraid now, you fear greatly for your own life. Take the gun. I'm standing on it, game. You stoop to pick up the Derringer. Your eye happens to fall upon a bullet not far from Lillian's hand. Standing on it, game. With trembling hands, you examine Lillian's body and the horrible gunshot wound to her chest area. What's this? You suddenly find a skeleton key in the pocket of the old army cape. Since it may be useful, you take it with you. So it's not really a cape, it's more of a full-on jacket, which just happens to be a cape. You can tell by looking at her that Lillian died of a gunshot wound to the chest at point-blank range. Huh, this is strange. For some reason, Lillian is dressed in an old army officer's cape, a hat, gloves, and boots. Looks like a colonel's hat. The old bloodstained army cape seems to be at least 30 years old. The cracked old and worn gloves look very old. You notice dried bloodstains on them. The large money-sold army boots look like the old-fashioned kind 30 years ago. You see a distinct insignia on the boot heels. After brushing away some of the dried mud, you can plainly see an insignia of an eagle on the boot heels. So, yeah, someone lured Lillian here and shot her with the gun. Lillian clearly stole the pearl-handled dagger to kill Clarence. Almost at the end of the game, you're right. It's so close. And it's within my 2-hour time limit as well. This game obviously takes a lot longer if you don't... You hear scuffling upstairs if you don't know what you're doing. You hear scuffling further upstairs. Hint, hint. Go further. I bet I won't either. There's always something you miss in this game. But let's go in. Let's solve the game. Oh no, Colonel Dijon and Rudy in the midst of a fierce struggle. You see a hypodermic needle between them and it's impossible to tell which of the two men is the aggressor. This is indeed a dangerous situation. You have shot and wounded Rudy. Stone cold killer Laura Bow. Ah, thanks for saving me, love. Thank you, young lady. Laura. That was some mighty fine shooting. For a gal. I've got to insult you. I guess I owe you my life, don't I? Why, my nephew was trying to kill me with a poison in one of Wilbur's hypodermic needles. I love how he insults her. You just saved his life. And he's like, yeah, well, just for a girl, you know. Oh, it's terrible. What's been happening here tonight? I invite everyone here to tell them about my will, and they end up killing each other over it. Truthfully, I was keeping my eye on everyone in the house tonight, or so I thought. I didn't see any of the murders. It wasn't until I met Rudy in my bedroom that he told me what had happened. I couldn't believe it. And fair enough, yeah. So he was one of the ones, he had the cane, the cigar in the rooms, the cigar rooms. He told me my niece Lillian had finally gone totally berserk and out of crazy jealousy was killing everyone that she thought had gotten between her and me. I mean, Rudy worked it out. Rudy ain't as dumb as he looks. She managed to just about murder everyone till she attacked Rudy with my Derringer. Rudy managed to wrestle the gun from her and in self-defense killed her instead. Bullshit. Rudy lured her to the hedge maze and shot her. My nephew, seeing as how everyone else was already dead, decided to finish the job by killing me with a hypodermic needle and say I died of a heart attack induced by the terrible deeds that my niece had done. I mean, you could kill her anyway to say Lillian did it. I can't stand much more of this, Laura. Please find Celie and tell her to fire one of the signal rockets that we used to summon help in emergencies. So Celie didn't die. Our praying worked at the last moment. The next morning, I somehow knew that one day Rudy would run afoul of the law. You've been a loyal servant to me for many years, Celie, and both Beauregard and Blaze trust you. I've decided to leave all my money to you, provided you take care of my animals for the rest of their lives. Hey, it's that thing from the Disney movie. Of course, I can't think of nothing else I'd rather do. Thank you. The one with all the cats, where he gives all the money to the butler, but only if he looks after the cats. Miss Bow, I know you found an old Civil War treasure on my estate. Bullshit, you know nothing. You know nothing about that pouch of diamonds. Since you so bravely saved my life, I'll let you keep every diamond for yourself, as a reward. That's good, because I've still got a gun. Thank you, Colonel Dijon. That's very kind of you. You know, Beauregard, people are funny creatures. They're greedy, they're rude, they're selfish. Coming from him, King of the Greed. That's why we live way out here, to get away from them. But we couldn't get away from them completely, could we, boy? Yeah, we ordered them all to come here, and then offered them money if they all died. No, not completely, but everything will be okay now. The end. He brought this on himself. So let's see how many points I missed. I'm betting at least 3. I'm gonna get seasoned PI. Would you like to review your notes? Yes. We befriended Salih. We took food items from the 3 places. Took useful items from the body of the 3 different people. People found murdered. We found them all. We found all the secret entrances. There was an object we didn't use more than once. I did take the diary. Was this... I took the diary. I know I did. Because I read it with the... Oh, I didn't use it with the monocle, probably. Yeah. And I didn't notice the rolling pin in the kitchen. And I didn't see on the Colonel stand up early in the game. I know that he used the secret passages, so I don't know why that one's complete. So close, yet so far. Because I didn't see the Colonel stand up, I don't think I could know that he used the secret passages. Because I didn't see the rolling pin, and I didn't do the diary. Oh well. Close. Once again, no cigar. What are my hints? The monocle resembles a magnifying glass. I should have eavesdropped on the Colonel. Something of the doctor's is missing. I saw that was missing. Lillian has a secret. Lillian keeps a diary. You don't need Lillian as well as you think. Yeah. Oh well, we came secless and yet suffer. Thank you all for coming to another stream of the Colonel's Bequest. This will be streamed again. I will make another attempt at getting the complete run without using a walkthrough, without cheating, just by constantly replaying the game. But it won't be for a couple of weeks or months. So that's just, will be go back on the list of potential games to play. So thanks for you. Thank you all for coming. It's lovely to have you here. I hope you had some fun watching me get so close to the completing the game, but not completing it again. If you can press the like button on the video, that helps. If you're not a subscriber, you can subscribe to the channel, and that way it'll pop up in your sub feeds when I'm streaming, or when I set up the stream to be scheduled. It'll tell you how many hours or minutes away it is. Otherwise, I'll be off. If you could say the Colonel's potatoes, so I know that you've heard me say goodbye to you lovely people. That would be so nice. Wow.